Welcome back for more coverage of the 2023 MAAC Softball Championships in downtown Buffalo at the Dembski Sports Complex. We already saw one team go home today and another is on the chopping block, with the other team going to tomorrow's championship game against the Marist Red Foxes. It's the 6th seed Iona Gales taking on the top-seeded Canisius College Golden Griffins at the Dembski Sports Complex. Hello, everybody. Welcome into studio. Griffin Della Penne here with Vinny Cristiano, and Brian Chimacki is down on the sidelines. And Vinny, here in day 3, we just saw Fairfield go home, and Canisius losing 6-5 in the opening game here today.
Well, it seems like the 6th seed has been the magic number for some of these MAAC softball teams over the past couple of years, and right now it's the Iona Gales who have had a pretty good run as that 6th seed, but the games today started with the Marist Red Foxes, who are maybe the hottest team in the conference right now.
That came in as the 3 seed in the tournament. They're not playing like a 3 seed. Chrissy McGee-Ross went 3 for 3 earlier today against Marist. Was just hitting the ball all over the park. Then some blunders in left field late in the game allowed Marist, as they were down by 2 runs, to score 2 runs in the top half of the 7th inning. That would end up being the game-winning runs.
Yeah, and it's Marist just battling back all game long, getting them that win, and they have the advantage as they'll be out of the winning side of the bracket in tomorrow's championship game. Doesn't matter, though. These two teams just want to get there, and they're going to have to win this game to do that. The Iona Gales have won a couple games in close fashion. They lost to Marist by 1 run, and then won against Mount and Fairfield after beating Siena by 3, 1-0 and 2-0. So they've won close games, and most of that has been because of Kara Zazzaro.
She has thrown 17 scoreless innings when facing elimination for the Iona Gales. They're going to ride their 5th-year senior. Just set a new program record with 803 strikeouts. Emma Capuano, she's swinging a hot bat. As we take a look at the starting pitchers, Megan Geis out there for Canisius, and then maybe an opener, if you will, Samantha Reed for Iona.
Yeah.
Here now with Coach Tiumalu. Coach, Kara Zazzaro just became the new program record in strikeouts, but I'm actually going to ask you about Emma Capuano. What has she meant to you guys in the tournament run?
Hey, Emma is doing a great job, but you know what? She's getting hot at the right time, and that's what matters. You know, she's been a consistent player for us, and we have all the belief in her, and you know, she's doing a really great job this tournament. Thank you, Coach. Good luck the rest of the way. Back up to you guys. Coach Wazinski, before you guys just started to get the bats rolling, you had a long talk with your team. What did you tell them before this inning?
I just talked to them about being aggressively offensive. That we're facing a really good pitcher right now. It keeps us off balance, so we got to swing at the strikes when they're there. She obviously is a strikeout king or queen for a reason, so we just got to do a good job of laying off the rise ball.
Thank you very much, Coach. Back up to you guys. So here with our co-Pepsi players of the game, G, we'll start with you. 2 home runs. I think that's the farthest ball I've ever seen hit before. What was going through your mind throughout your at-bats today?
During warm-ups, I was seeing the ball well, and I just told myself see the ball, and I saw it go out. So here we go. Grips are hot.
You're a pretty intense player. What can you say about your pitcher? You guys have been here now for 3 years. You have a really good rapport with one another. Just talk about her performance here today.
Meg's always been great. I've been with her since I was little. We just know exactly what's going on. I know how she's throwing it, it's just we know each other, and we've been with each other. So that's why we're so great and why she's so great. That's it. We're together.
And Meg, for you, another great performance. 1 hitter, last batter that you face. It doesn't matter. It's still a great performance in under 100 pitches, 11 strikeouts for you. What's more impressive, what you did here today or your 22 strikeouts against Mount St. Mary's last weekend?
I would say this is way more important. You know, we're going to the next round, and our team's working together right now. We're all clicking right now, and we're in a good spot.
You're playing Marist tomorrow to go to the championship game in the winner's bracket. We've had a lot of really good meetings previously against Marist. What are you expecting in that matchup?
Yeah, we're definitely expecting a good game, but if we keep our momentum, keep our hitting, we keep our energy up, I think we're going to do great.
Thank you to you both. Back up to you, Howard and Jeff. Marist Red Foxes have gotten out to a 2-0 lead, but we'll take a look at our first Eaton office coaches file for head coach Kim Griffin.
Yeah, this is her 9th season as the head coach of the program, the 2nd head coach in program history, only behind Mike Rappel, who broke a lot of records here. He was a very legendary coach in the area. She spent 7 years as an assistant on his staff, and she finally won her first MAAC title as a head coach last year in 2022.
And she's also the 2023 MAAC Coach of the Year. The players just love going out there every day for her, as that one's hit right back to Kylie Myers. First pitch that Sophia Recrozio sees, as she'll be sent back to the dugout. Vinny, before the end of the break as Haley R hit into a double play. You mentioned that Marist must have done their homework well. After their win yesterday, 4-2 against Mount St. Mary's, they watched the entire Canisius Fairfield game. Head coach Joe Asano was right behind home plate. Maybe they picked something out that has helped them here today as they have a 2-0 lead. Pitch misses low to the leadoff hitter, Sage Alfaro. One out here in the inning. Alfaro grounded out to Haley R in her first trip. A doubleheader against Marist earlier this season went 3 for 6 with 2 runs scored. Second on the team right now with a .381 average. Still top 5 in the conference. 53 hits, 32 runs scored, 11 doubles, 2 home runs, and 13 RBIs. Head in the count against Myers as that one's fouled back. Myers in the second half of the season has really fulfilled, I wouldn't even say that 1B spot. She might be the Marist ace at this point in the season. That's why they're going to her in this game. Had a 20-plus scoreless inning streak that was broken yesterday, and nice hit there by Sage Alfaro, her first of the tournament.
Well, she breaks a bit of a drought of her own there as she gets on base for the Golden Griffins with a nice hit that just goes over the head of the Marist pitcher and Myers. And I think Alfaro just needed that one for her confidence a little bit. She's gotten oh so close, and back at her first at-bat, she slapped a hit down that looked like she got to first base safe in time for. The umpire called her out, and she was not on base. Now for the first time in this tournament, she's able to get a hit and put herself on base that way. We'll see if that helps her get some momentum going forward.
Kristen McGee-Ross bunted last time she was up and was safe. That's what Sophia Recrozio tried to do on her comeback, was hit that ball straight into the ground over the head of Myers in the circle. Better execution there by Alfaro. So a first-team All-MAAC honoree to another. And Kristen McGee-Ross in the lineup, and now down in the hole, 0-2. Slap one the other way, get another base runner in scoring position, or a hit in front of Hannah Brock on the left side. See if CMR can execute. 389 hitter throughout her junior season. 0-2 pitch, another foul ball. Power numbers, we've mentioned, Vinny, how they have gone up for Christy McGee-Ross. One of her home runs, her second of the season and second of her career, came against Marist. 2 for 4, 3 runs scored and 2 RBIs against the Red Foxes.
Well, she's a hitter that was a slap hitter primarily last season. She did it really well in the tournament. She had a big hit against Iona in the semifinals, but now really getting a more well-rounded aspect to her game.
Runner thought about going, and Alfaro is the first ball of the count to Christy McGee-Ross. Misses high. These two teams actually did meet last season in the tournament. Canisius won on day 2, 5-2, as Marist was a 5 seed last season. Canisius, they've hosted now for 3 consecutive years, second in a row as a 1 seed. 1-2 pitch, misses outside, and you can see Isabella Mannery. She's ready to pull the trigger. She's going to see another base runner in motion. The preseason poll, the top 2 teams facing here today, and what I did proclaim probably going to be the game of the tournament between the Griffs and the Red Foxes. 2-2. Sage Alfaro thought about going again, but a fantastic fight by Kristen McGee-Ross.
Well, we didn't see any runs scored in the first inning, but in both games between these two teams earlier in the season, teams were held scoreless in inning number 1 and then put all their runs on the board in the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th innings. Marist, of course, adding a couple more in the 6th inning in that game, or Canisius rather in the 6th inning to get that mercy.
One hit hard and is looping, but just foul out and right.
See there's like 3 white lines going down the right field line. The farthest, and there's a perfect example of it right there. The middle one is the one that's going with the base, obviously, is the foul line. So that's the most interior one for this field. So it makes it a little bit less confusing. The far one is the baseball foul line, which will be in use later tonight as the Canisius baseball team hosts Manhattan for the first game of a 3-game series.
Yeah. It's going to be a very busy day here at the Dembski, and a busy at-bat for McGee Ross, as it was an 0-2 hole. She fouled off 3 straight pitches and now runs the count full. Against Kylie Myers, you see right there, 9th pitch of the AB, trying to run up Myers' pitch count. Runner at first after the single by Sage Alfaro. There's number 44 of the outing. And we'll get back in there. Double digits now in the AB.
This is a great battle. We've seen so many of these all tournament long already. Christine McGee Ross is a player that draws a lot of walks, most on Canisius, also leads the team in strikeouts, but has one of the highest batting averages on the team as well. Like you mentioned, first team all MAAC, so certainly a well-rounded player that she's used to seeing a lot of different types of pitches here.
Trying to win the battle. We'll try it once more, and we'll continue to do so as Maddie Gore touches that one in foul territory.
Well, she's fouled him off to the left and to the right, so she's just got to dial in the timing a little bit more, and we'll see what strikeout pitch Myers tries to pull out here. As this at-bat is sort of raising that pitch count a little bit, almost to 50 here in the bottom of the 3rd inning.
What a huge momentum boost this would be for either side, as that Canisius bench, they're always rowdy, extremely supportive bunch. If she gets on right here, they might erupt.
You can see that they got little hats on and everything. They're enjoying the environment, really. That's what this is all about, right? This is one of the best times of the year. Conference tournaments happening all across softball in the United States right now.
Try the 3-2 again. That one hit hard by Christy McGee Ross. Going back to the track, it's gone. 12th pitch of the AB. You can kiss it goodbye as this game is tied up.
That right now is the play of this entire tournament, Griffin. Christy McGee Ross hits a home run in one of the hardest situations. When you're in an at-bat that's that long, you have so many different dynamics to worry about. She was early, she was late, she was fouling off, she was battling, and Myers was battling. And that is such an impressive situation to be able to persevere through that. That right now, with plenty of time left to go here, is the play of this MAAC championship so far.
Christy McGee Ross takes one for a ride. I said earlier in the at-bat she had a home run in the regular season against the Marist Red Foxes. Well, she just hit number 4 on the season, and her biggest right there puts her hands up, as she knew that one was going to be way gone.
Well, Griffin, I mentioned to you yesterday that we don't see a lot of home runs to right field. Part of that is because most of these lineups have been righties, but there's a good amount of lefties in the tournament as well. And
in on the hands of diving Haley R. They're going to say that she caught it, and Ray Hennessy jumped up in the air because he thought that hit the turf first.
Well, that was definitely a close play, and I'm definitely interested in taking a look back at this one. But just going back to that point very quickly is that we don't see a lot of home runs to right field, and Kristen McGee Ross got all of that. You can see she gets the glove right under that. Haley R. with a great play there defensively to limit Reve from getting a ball through and then notching 3 hits in a row for Canisius.
So a line out caught by Haley R. for the second out. It's a whole different ball game. Mentioned how these two teams played in the tournament last year. Canisius won 5-2, but they scored 4 runs in the first inning, and then Marist continued to chip away. They put 1 run in the top half of the second inning, and then each team scored 1 run in the 4th. Megan Geis pitched in that game too, Vinny. And even though she allowed 2 runs, she allowed 10 hits in that one. So similar to what you're seeing here, Marist is going to put the ball in play. It's just if Megan Geis is going to get out of those jams. Big swing and a miss there by G-Faz. Canisius now their 38th home run. Yesterday's number 37 hit by Fazzolari set a new program record, as they had 36 from a season ago. Long wait in the pitch home, and thought about it.
Well, to that point, Griffin, Canisius is a team that traditionally, when you have as many stolen bases as they have and sacrifice hits, that's a team that is good at small ball. And this is one of the best things about this well-rounded lineup. They have a high slugging percentage and can make those sacrifice plays. Very well-rounded lineup here for the Griffs.
2-2 pitch, swung on and missed, so Kylie Myers gets out of the inning. as she has her first strikeout of her start. It's a tie game here at the Dembski between Canisius and Marist. We'll take a break here on ESPN+.